Stop trading funded accounts. They're keeping you broke. You don't need another payout. You need to learn how to build. And I say this as someone who actually got funded and actually received a payout, and I still felt stuck. It wasn't until I went back to flipping my own money that everything changed. And I stopped being a trader and actually became a builder, right? Which leads me to my first thing. Funded accounts are setting you up for failure. Bro, the game is rigged. Tight rules, unrealistic expectations, emotional stress. Most people trade worse on funded accounts than they do with their own money. You're not building wealth, bro. All you're doing is passing evaluations. You see, when I first got funded, it felt good. Then I realized it isn't real freedom, which leads me to my second thing. Number 2, you are addicted to taking a shortcut, and there ain't no fucking shortcuts. You feel me? You get a dopamine thrill off of passing, getting a payout, failing, and then restarting, and then doing that whole process again. Funded traders chase the emotional highs and not the mastery. You're just flipping borrowed money for validation. Most of y'all wouldn't even survive 3 months trading on your own capital, and that's the real test. You feel me? Number 3, it's either you find a solution to build or you stay broke. You feel me? Funded accounts are cool, right? Like you could build them, they're powerful and all this, but bro, what's more powerful than taking control and doing things with your own money completely? You feel me? Like for me at least, when I first started, it was all about just proving yourself in these markets. Now we're looking for validation on websites that give evaluations. You feel me? Like for what? Like I said, they're cool, but here's the thing, right? When I built my account from 1K to 10K, I got a lot more validation than that because I was in control. You feel me? When I built an account from 2.7K to 32K, you dig what I'm saying? Like just being self-funded alone, it gives you a lot more clarity, a lot more discipline, and actually gives you an identity on who you are as a trader. These funded accounts, you can't even pick up your own identity. The rules are too slim. You dig what I'm saying? But this is how you create a skill set that prints you money for life and not just fulfilling the next invoice. You see, the thing is, the Pack doesn't rent power. We build it. Bro, everybody who's ever learned from me, they can solidify their own foundation. You see, me, Drew, I don't chase payouts. I build accounts from scratch and I share publicly with everybody as the proof. You feel me? This is the standard now. Not the flashy withdrawals, but actually compounding skill set and getting precise entries and kind of following your process. You feel me? There's a lot of fake people that will show you this or whatever the case may be, and it's like, that's fake transparency. What I do is, I do this live every single day. You dig what I'm saying? But hold on, let me kind of prove my point and show y'all exactly what I mean. Let's look at a couple of funding websites. FTMO, this is the fancy one that I kind of started it all with, right? Looks good, everything's good. Let's just say I pick a 200K account, right? Before it was timed, right? You don't really have 200K. You really have a maximum loss, right? A maximum loss of 20K. So really, you're paying for the evaluation, which is basically like $1,000, and you're really getting like what? You have a daily loss of 10K that you can't breach, and you have a maximum loss of 20K. So really you're kind of using the 20K to kind of build you accounts from there, right? You have a minimum trading days, right? Before you can actually get a payout or whatever the case may be. Then you have actual profit target, right? This is cool. Like, I personally don't like rules. I don't like limitations. I don't like things kind of strafing me back and kind of like holding me back from like being great. And when it just comes to the overall funded process, like, bruh, the rules that give you, the things that they do, like, it's just not realistic anymore. Not, at least not in this day and age, right? Like, you can definitely shift your rules and kind of build your rules around trading on these things, but to me, it's not worth it. It's not worth the mindset. It's not worth the headaches. It's not worth the emotional despair. It's not worth a lot of these things that you go through. And it's just like, I would rather just build my own money, start off using risk management, go through the journeys. Shit, what happens if one day the fucking market just drops? You know what I'm saying? With funded accounts, you gotta make sure like your stop loss is kind of set, because each risk to reward setup matters versus when you're building an account from something small to something big. Shit, anything you make past that previous balance that you started with is profit. So you're far more building a better legacy for yourself, better characteristics for yourself versus doing all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? But it takes real discipline to kind of conquer this. It takes real discipline to kind of get there. Back to what I was saying early in the beginning of the video. Like, this shit is rigged. Like, there's certain rules and certain things that you have to kind of get like validation on. And this is why I kind of go through the FAQs, because it doesn't matter whether it's even futures or Forex or whatever the case may be. Like shit, right now I'm trading on one of the most challenging, prop firms, right? And you can see they have their special, but again, you can jump straight into FAQs. Like, bro, did you know that like they have something called a consistency rule on funded accounts, right? With Apex, like you have a 30% consistency rule. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are all things that are gonna cause like emotional despair. Yes, it'll make you better. Yes, adding rules and things like that to your system will make you better. But bro, what the fuck is the point? Like, you're spending money on this. You're failing this. I guarantee y'all that 9 times out of 10, your first try on this, you can't even pass this, which just proves my whole point. Like, again, getting funded and finally getting there feels good. It feels amazing, but like, you become addicted to this. Shit, I know you on the other end that you didn't chase the whole dopamine of, oh, let me buy another one, let me try to get it past, I'm trying to get this bag. No, are you stupid? Like, stop. Like, but that's what I said earlier, bro. Like, a lot of y'all chase the emotional highs and not the mastery. Focus on the skill set, right? Like, if you just want to do this, you're just friggin' flipping borrowed money. At this point, they're borrowing the money from the banks and then giving it to you to trade with, and then boom. Like I told you, like, the real characteristic comes from building your own account. But most importantly, like, y'all guys have seen the account builds that I've done. You feel me? Like, that's what I'm telling y'all. Most of y'all can't even survive consistently for 3 months trading your own thing, trading your own funds. And like, I feel like that's just where it all comes down to. The last one, build or stay broke. Like, at the end of the day, like, fundeds are cool, but building an account is more powerful. Like, there was nothing more better for me when I was able to take my own money and build it. You feel me? Like, there's a process that comes with building your own money. Think about it. You start from 1K, then you get it to 2K. That in itself is its own journey. Then from 2K to maybe 5K. That in itself is its own journey. Like, you're gonna have a lot more clarity and a lot more familiarity with your trading process when you use your own money versus trading a funded account. You feel me? But this is how you actually create a sales skill set that actually prints for life. You see, when you trade on the prop firms, you have to get accustomed to their rules. And again, like, you're literally trading to get a payout, and then they pay you out on their own time, on their own thing. So it's basically like you're waiting to receive an invoice for what you just did. Fucking stupid. Like, we don't rent power, we build it. You dig what I'm saying? And this is where this comes from, by just realizing that you have a solid foundation to actually crush it, and you gotta just go all in on yourself. You feel me? This is how I started the pack, right? Because I don't chase payouts. You feel me? I build accounts. You feel me? And y'all guys have all seen the public proof that I did when I built these accounts. Now, this is gonna become the standard starting today. It's not about the flashy withdrawals. It's more so about compounding the skill, getting those precise entries in the process. You feel me? Like, there's a lot of fake traders out there, but they don't do what I do. I live trade every week and I show y'all guys results. You dig what I'm saying? And there's nothing more powerful when it comes from doing that. You dig what I'm saying? So just make sure that you understand what's going on and you know what you're doing in this game, because this is a game that will psych you out if you let it. But with that being said, check out my community in the description if you're ready to stop chasing payouts and start flipping real accounts with real discipline. If you want to learn the same process that I've studied, that I used to grow an account from 2.7K all the way to 32K step by step, click the link below and join the Pack University. We build different over here. You feel me? With that being said, it's your boy Drizzy Banks, and I'm out.